Welcome back, Focus Learners, to another explainer. So today, we're tackling a massive topic, one that absolutely dominates the fitness and nutrition world. I'm talking about building muscle naturally through food. Look, there is just an overwhelming amount of noise out there right now about healthy weight gain and natural muscle-building nutrition. It's kind of chaotic, honestly, but recently we're seeing this huge shift. More and more people are finally stepping back, moving away from those extreme diets and taking a hard look at what actually fuels our bodies.
Which brings us to the exact question that probably brought you here today. Do you really need supplements to build muscle? Honestly, it's completely valid to have supplement fatigue at this point. Modern fitness culture can be so incredibly confusing. And hey, if you're tired of the endless marketing for the next, magic pill or powder, you are definitely not alone.
Let's look at the two sides here. On one side, we've got the heavily marketed supplements. You know the ones, the protein powders, the pills, the pre-workouts, those highly processed tubs with like paragraph-long chemical names promising you instant gains. It's literally an avalanche of products. But then we have the other side, the reality of a balanced, sustainable approach using real, nutrient-rich superfoods. Foods that don't just support muscle recovery and workout performance, but actually boost your overall wellness too.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap. We're going to cover 5 key areas today. First, the mechanics of muscle. Second, the power of protein. Third, carbs, fats, and energy. Fourth, common mistakes. And finally, actionable meals you can start making today.
Part 1. How muscle growth actually works.
So we really need to shift our focus away from this idea that muscle growth only happens while you're actively sweating it out in the gym. Think of your body like a giant construction site. Step 1 is training. When you're lifting weights, you aren't actually building muscle in that exact moment. You're creating stress. You're breaking the foundation down. Step 2 is nutrition. That's where your balanced carbs, healthy fats, and hydration come in to drop off the raw materials. And step 3 is sleep. Sleep is the actual construction crew that rebuilds those muscles stronger than before. If you're extreme dieting or skipping meals, you're basically sending your crew to the site with zero materials.
Which leads us to part 2, the power of protein.
Let's be real, you cannot talk about muscle building without talking about protein. It is the absolute pillar for recovery, repair, and just supporting a highly active lifestyle. But here's the thing, you don't need a chemistry set to hit your daily goals. We're talking natural sources here. Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, lentils, tofu, cottage cheese. These are versatile, super accessible whole foods that you can grab at literally any local grocery store. It's all about balanced eating habits, not just relying on some powder in a shaker bottle.
Now, let's talk about the absolute MVP of this lineup, eggs. It's actually kind of funny when you think about it. Despite all the incredibly expensive fancy fitness products out there, a food that costs just a few cents is still the reigning champion. Why does this matter for you? Well, because they are incredibly affordable, brilliantly versatile, and just packed with exactly what your body needs. Protein, healthy fats, and vitamins directly connected to recovery. Whether it's breakfast, a post-workout wrap, or your Sunday meal prep, the humble egg is the ultimate powerhouse.
Moving on to part 3, carbs, fats, and energy.
We can't get tunnel vision here, right? Because muscle building isn't exclusively about protein. If you're going to train hard, you absolutely need the energy to do it. And this brilliantly illustrates how different natural foods fuel different aspects of a workout. You've got oats providing complex carbs for that long-lasting endurance. Then you have banana stepping in with potassium and natural sugars for quick energy. And finally, nuts and seeds like almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, delivering healthy fats that give you that satisfying, balanced energy to keep you going.
Actually, let's look a bit closer at oats for a second. They are an absolute pre-workout necessity. Because they're loaded with complex carbs and fiber, eating a bowl before training directly fuels your endurance. They give you this steady release of energy and keep you feeling full. And that's exactly why this matters so much. They're the ultimate fuel when you're trying to push through a really tough strength training session.
All right, part 4, common muscle building mistakes.
Even with the absolute best intentions, it is so easy to fall into a few frustrating traps. Relying entirely on supplements while ignoring your overall nutrition, that's a huge one. So is just not eating enough calories or protein throughout the day. But you want to know the most ironic trap? Relying heavily on processed fitness foods. It's wild that so many of those brightly packaged bars and snacks marketed specifically for fitness are actually just junk food in disguise. They're loaded with excessive sugar, artificial ingredients, and just totally unnecessary additives. Simple, whole foods are almost always the better choice here.
I actually want to pause here for a second and highlight this. Sleep is a major factor because the body repairs muscles during rest. We so often obsess over the workout itself or, the exact macros on our plate, but rest and hydration are just as critical as the heavy lifting. I mean, without sleep, that construction crew we talked about earlier, they simply do not show up to work.
Part 5. Easy muscle-building meals.
So let's pivot to some actionable simplicity in your own kitchen. Here are 5 fantastic, beginner-friendly ideas that can seamlessly fit into the busiest of schedules without any extreme dieting. We've got a power smoothie, a Greek yogurt bowl, an oatmeal breakfast, egg and avocado toast, and a simple recovery snack. These are all incredibly practical, very budget-friendly, and require zero culinary expertise to put together.
Let's break down that Greek yogurt bowl for a second. Greek yogurt has totally exploded in modern fitness culture, and for really good reason. It's this perfect mix of high protein and probiotics. When you throw in some granola, a handful of blueberries, maybe some chia seeds, you're creating a versatile, delicious bowl that expertly supports post-exercise recovery. This matters because it acts as a highly strategic recovery tool, effortlessly combining that crucial protein with the exact right carbohydrates to refuel your body.
Now, if sitting down with the bowl isn't really your style, or you just need something on the go, meet the classic power smoothie. You toss in a banana, some oats, peanut butter, maybe a scoop of protein powder if you want, and some almond milk. The crucial takeaway here is that you're taking complex carbs from the oats, quick energy from the banana, and healthy fats from the peanut butter, and just blending them all into a single, highly effective, drinkable meal. It is really that easy.
So as we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with a question to really think about. Are you building habits for a season or a lifetime? Because the undeniable truth we see in the source material is this: there's no single magic food out there. Superfoods work best when they're combined with realistic, long-term wellness habits. Natural, daily consistency with real foods, proper hydration and sleep will always beat out extreme short-term fitness trends. Keep learning, keep fueling your body right, and I'll see you in the next explainer.